Hi folks, in this video we're going to look at how to find a fraction of a number. So for example, if we want to find something like 3/4 of the number, let's say 32. So how we find a fraction of a number. The word of in maths a lot of the time can just be replaced with a multiplication sign. So really this just means 3/4 times 32. Now, to do that, we could do the top number of the fraction times the number and then take it from there, and that works. So we could do 3 times 32, which would give us 96. And then we can continue this as a fraction, but replace the 3 with a 96. So it would be 96 over 4. And then we can simplify it from there. So the top and the bottom, we can divide them both by 4. 96 divided by 4 is 24. 1 divided by 4 is 1. So 24 over 1, that's just the number 24. So 3/4 of 22, 3/4 of 32 is in fact a 24. So if we wanted to know 3/4 of 32, it is just 24. But that involves having to work out 3 times 32 to make 96, which can be a bit tricky. So sometimes there's some shortcuts. In this one, for example, we can rewrite the numerator multiplied by the 32 on the top of the fraction. So we can put 3 times 32 and then all over 4 like that. Now when terms are being multiplied together in a numerator, we can simplify any of them with the denominator. So we could cancel down this 32 over 4 and keep the 3 as it is. So if we think of the fraction 32 over 4, they're both even numbers. We could halve them both. We could make it 16 over 2. So then we can rewrite this as 3 times 16 over 2. So you can simplify just that bit when it's times. This only works when it's multiplication or division on the top or the bottom of the fraction. If it was plus 3 over there, then it wouldn't work. We couldn't do that if it was plus 3. But if there's just one term on the top, which there is because these are being multiplied together, we can simplify that bit and that bit, or that bit and that bit if we want. But we can't simplify that bit and that bit because they've got to be one on the top, one on the bottom. Alright, so 32 over 4 is 16 over 2. Now we could write this as 3 times 16 over 2, like that. So that 16 over 2 comes from there. 16 over 2, that was 32 over 4. So 16 over 2, we could work this out now. We could do 3 times 16, that's 48. Still a bit tricky, but not as bad as 3 times 32, I suppose. So 48 over 2, which simplifies to 24 over 1, or just 24, which is the answer we had. Or, if we don't want to do 3 times 16 for 48, we could simplify 16 over 2, because 16 over 2 simplifies down to just 8 over 1, or just 8, just the number 8. So this could be 3 times 8 over 1. Or just 3 times 8, which is 24. So all three methods there will give us the same answer, 24, and you can do whatever works. So if we want to find, let's say 6/7, or let's say 6/14 actually, 6/14, we'll try and make it so there's a lot of simplification. 6/14 over, let's say 21 over 36. Alright, so we want to find 6/14 of 21/36. Now before we start, we could simplify everything that we can simplify in the two fractions individually, but we can just lump it all together straight away and put 6 times 21 over 14 times 36. Now this is where we'd end up if the question is something like find 6/14 of 21/36, which sounds like a really complicated question. Find 6/14 of 21/36. So that word of, we just replace it with the times, and that's all it is. Alright, so 6 times 21 over 14 times 36, we could work all of that out and simplify it, which would be something like 126 over, I don't know, some big horrible number, no one cares. Anyways, 6 times 21 over 14 times 36. We can simplify this by cancelling down one from the top and one from the bottom. So 6 and 14 are both even. We could half them. We could put a 3 there and a 7 there. And then 3 and 36, or 21 and 36 even, they're both divisible by 3. So 21 divided by 3 is 7, 36 divided by 3 is 12. Now we've got 3 times 7 over 7 times 12. That's a bit easier to work out. They're all in the 12 times tables now. But there's a 7 there and a 7 there. Let's just get rid of them completely. They can cancel out with each other. We can go diagonally like that. So we've just got 3 over 12. That cancels down a little bit more to be 1 over 4 if we divide the top and the bottom by 3. So 6/14 of 21/36 is actually a quarter. And that's it.